This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, now we will discuss about Microsoft Azure services. Okay, what are the prerequisites first to learn this course? Like if uh, you have some basic knowledge on virtualization technology. Okay, if you have some virtualization technology like a Hyper-V or VMware, any virtualization technology, if you have that kind of the knowledge, it will helpful for you. And operating system knowledge like a Windows or Linux system administration, operating system knowledge also, it will helpful for you to learn this course. And next, networking means the basic networking kind of the what is IP address, how to assign the IP addresses. There are different classes in the IP address, subnet, what is subnet, like that kind of the networking also very helpful for you to learn this course. And next, storage knowledge, if you have some storage knowledge, how to create the storage. There are different storages are the block storage, like a file storage, like that kind of the knowledge if you have, it will really helpful for you. And next, coming to the security is, it is a very vast subject. If you have some knowledge on this also, it will be helpful for you. Why I'm talking about all these technologies here, like a cloud computing means it's a combination of all the technologies. Here we will not do any one kind of the platform like a virtualization or server administration or network. We will not do like that. Okay, it's a combination of the technologies like virtualization, operating system, network, storage, security, and now machine learning is also integrated with the Azure, IoT, DevOps. There are different services in this Azure, Microsoft Azure. So we will discuss all those stuff in the coming sessions. Okay, if you have any knowledge on these services, that will be very helpful for you. If you don't have also, you can put a some efforts on this, and you can spend a more time on this technology, you can learn easily. And next, what is Azure? Okay, what is Azure means, like it is a cloud services, cloud computing, one of the technology. Majorly, we call it as a public cloud. Okay, there are different types of the clouds are there. We'll discuss that also next in a few minutes. But formally, earlier, Microsoft, when the announced this product, it was like a Windows Azure. Okay, after that, they have changed it to the Microsoft Azure. Okay, it is one of the best cloud computing technology, and it was released on the 2010 with the name of a Windows Azure. After that, they have renamed it to the Microsoft Azure on 2014, and it is integrated with the so many services for like a developer purpose and IT administrators purpose. We can manage the applications, and we can build and we can develop the applications here. And next, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is now, it is a one of the on-demand service nowadays. If you see anywhere in the IT side, the cloud computing is playing a major role. uh, this is exactly like a you can get a all the resources from the over the internet. Okay, you don't need to build any on-prem data center, nothing. Okay, we can get a resources from the directly over the internet. Someone will manage, like if you say, if I tell you here like example, power electronicity is there. Power electronicity means we can get a power. Okay, once we can get a power, we can use that power. But how the power is generating from the back end, okay, how that transmission happened, the power between to the power station to us, okay, that things we no need to take care about us, because of just we are getting the power or not. Like that, this is also one of the cloud computing technology service. We can use the service, someone will manage the data center and services and everything, we can just consume the services. Like a, this is one of the technology, and other technologies also here like AWS and GCP, Alibaba Cloud. There are different vendors are there providing the services now, cloud computing services in the market. And this is generally will use describe the data center availability for the many users across the over the internet. Okay, you can this is we can get a services from the data center. Okay, the data center availability across the globe. Example, if you want to build a on-prem data center, you require the capex. Capex means capital investment. Okay, what is the capex? We'll see in the more in the next few minutes. Okay, we require the data center. If you want to build a data center, we require the physical hardware and software appliances. Okay, software appliances means again it will build with the hardware and software license. Okay, and next we require the physical devices like a physical servers and network cables also required. Like this admin who will manage the service admin also required, like a one by one firewalls, routers, switches. These are all the things are required to manage the on-prem data center. Okay, it is a very huge also, depends upon the company budget. Okay, nowadays if I want to build a on-prem data center, it is very budgetary to me. I can't take a decision. I can't immediately build a data center because of it depends upon the business to business also. I can. And scalability also, here we need to scalability means if I want to increase the service. Okay, immediately if one of the server is running out of the memory, I want to immediately increase the RAM or hard disk. How I can do it manually? I need to log in into the server and I can increase the RAM or hard disk size. Okay, here manual iteration will be there in the on-prem services. Okay, now what are the differences like a on-prem and on cloud? We'll discuss in the next few minutes the more differences. Okay, and next now we'll discussing about the capex and opex. Capex means like a capital expenses and a capital investment also, and opex means operating expenses. Capex will coming into the on-prem services side. Okay, if you want to buy any physical servers, licenses, efforts, admin efforts, those are all will calculate into the capital investment, capital expenses. Operating expenses means like here for a best example, operating expenses we can assume cloud computing technology. Any Microsoft Azure we can assume here that like let's say in this month I want to invest few services only. Okay, like I want to run the 2 servers or 3 servers, and monthly wise we can get a bill here. That is only here operating expenses will coming into the picture. There is no need to invest capital expenses. Means on premises, if I have a business or not, okay, I need to ready with my setup. Okay, then only I can get the business. Here if I get the business, I can immediately go to Azure. I can create all the services and I can provide immediately. That is only operating expenses will coming into the picture compared to the capital expenses. And next, the types of the cloud deployment models. There are 4 types of deployment models are there, like a public cloud and private cloud and hybrid cloud and the community cloud. Okay, public cloud means here uh, someone will manage the data centers and infra and everything. Okay, like vendors are there, Azure and Microsoft Azure, AWS and GCP. Some other vendors also is there. That we call it as a public cloud. And private cloud means within our data centers. Okay, I have an office. I can build my data center on prime only. I can manage the services. That comes under the private cloud. And hybrid cloud means if my it is combination of both public and private. Here like example is here, if I want to run any application with the high availability, like e-commerce example, Flipkart or Amazon. If you take those applications, those are e-commerce applications that needs to be run 24 by 7. Okay, with the zero downtime. In that cases, what we will do, we means they our companies will manage with the on-prem and the cloud both. That we call it as a hybrid cloud. because of if on-prem services, if something is happened at the on-prem servers level, it will automatically switch to the cloud. We can run the services from the cloud also. That is called as a hybrid kind of the setup. And next, community cloud means this is like a shared resources cloud services. Like if you take the best example for this, is there any banking community is there? Okay, for that only they will provide the services. Like one of the IT services company will be there, so they will only provide the services to the that all the members of the banks. Okay, that's related to the community cloud. Okay, they will not provide a services to the others, they will provide to the particular group of a people. That is called as a community cloud. And next, cloud model comparisons. Okay, the public cloud and the private cloud and hybrid cloud. Public cloud, already we had discussed just now, like there is no capital expenditure. We immediately we can, if we have a business, immediately we can get the services from the vendors, Azure or AWS. It's a applications also quickly we can build, and we can provide the services. And private cloud means we have to ready everything, like a private data center and licenses, servers. If you have that infrastructure, then we can get a business. Okay, once we get a business, we can provide a services to the clients. That is a private cloud. Or like a hybrid cloud means it is a most flexible one. Okay, we can provide a services without zero downtime. This is the comparisons between the cloud, public cloud and private cloud and hybrid cloud. And next, types of a cloud computing services models. Okay, total three types are there: IaaS and PaaS and SaaS. Okay, IaaS means infrastructure as a service, PaaS means platform as a service, and SaaS means software as a service. Here, IaaS means infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service means, like a best example for this, server. Okay, I want a one server with a hard disk and RAM and everything like that. Okay, that comes under server with the storage. That these are all comes under network and security. These are all comes under IaaS. Okay, the physical data centers, building. These are all the infrastructure related. Okay, infrastructure as a service. That's why we call it as IaaS, means infrastructure as a service. All the infra we can get it in this service model. And next, platform as a service. Here, like a you can, best example here, you can take SQL database. Okay, if I want to install the SQL server, I need to create a virtual machine or physical server. Okay, once I create that, I need to install the operating system. On top of that, I have to install the SQL database server. Okay, once I install the SQL database server, that is a platform as a service. Okay, that directly we can get it here. Okay, means if you're getting a platform as a service, you no need to update any patches or nothing. The infrastructure team will be taking care of the all the infra related. That it comes under more database management and development. People will use the platform as a service. And next, software as a service, it is a applications, like a best example is Microsoft 365, Microsoft Dynamics. Okay, these products comes under the SaaS, software as a service. Means just we can connect to the over internet and we can consume the services. That's it. No need to do any patching, backups, updates, nothing. End to end will be managed by the Microsoft in the SaaS products. Best example is Microsoft 365 and Dynamics, Microsoft Dynamics. Just we can connect to over internet and we can use the resources. Like you see here, if you see the on-prem infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, these three services we had discussed just now. The comparisons, if you see here, on-prem servers, if you want to build a on-prem servers, the network, storage, servers, virtualization, OS, and middleware technology, applications like this. Okay, we require all this stuff. If I want to install any application, I require the network, I require the storage, I require the servers, I require the virtualization technology if you're anyone using like a Hyper-V or VMware, and next OS, and next middleware, any middleware technologies. Okay, IBM or some any middleware like this. If I want to build any on-prem kind of the setup. Coming to the infrastructure as a services. Okay, here this networking, storage, servers, virtualization will be taken care by the managed vendor. Okay, like if you are managing the, if you are taking the services from the Microsoft will take care of all the stuff. Remaining we have to do manually, we have to configure, means manually we have to install it, the applications. And platform as a service, okay, with the application only we can get it here, means the VM along with the database application we are getting in the platform as services. And software as services end to end managed by the Microsoft. Best example is the Microsoft 365. Okay, we can directly consume all the applications, no need to install, configure, networking, nothing will be required here. These are the just examples here. And next, the services, cloud service comparison. Okay, the IaaS, if you see the IaaS, the most flexible cloud service. Okay, you can configure and manage hardware and the applications. Platform as a service means focus on the application development. Okay, for the development purpose we can use the platform as services more. And next, SaaS, as like it is a like a pay as you go pricing. Pay as you go means like a, suppose if I use the resources for 1 hour in the cloud, I can pay for 1 hour only. If I use for the one day, I can pay for the one day only. For next day I'm not using, suppose I can't pay anything, like that. That is a pay as you go. That is one of the licensing model in the cloud. Okay, next, licenses also is there, we can get the license model also is there, that is also available in the cloud. And next, why Microsoft Azure? Okay, we have a AWS and a GCP, other technologies are also there, but why Microsoft Azure only I can choose? uh, Here we have to discuss one thing. In the cloud, public cloud sectors, the first came into the picture AWS only. Amazon was introduced the first cloud technology, public cloud technology. After that only this Azure or GCP or other technologies came into the picture. But compared to the AWS and GCP or if I compare these three technologies, now Microsoft Azure is also having the good market share. And this is more related to the, suppose if I am using the Microsoft products, okay, this is more reliable with the Microsoft product, because of it is also Microsoft product. So one example here, if I want to use Windows VM in AWS, it is very cost for me compared to here in Microsoft. If I am using the Microsoft, see, that's why AWS is 5 times more expensive than the Azure. Why? Because like if I want to SQL server or any other related Microsoft products, if I want to use in the AWS, it is very cost for me. That's why Microsoft is more everyone will use the Microsoft products, like a Windows licenses are there, desktop licenses are there, email services are there, Office 365, Microsoft Dynamics, okay, SQL server, business intelligence, so many Microsoft products are there. So if you are using all those products, those are very reliable in Azure compared to AWS, the performance wise, price wise, all those. Okay, but AWS also having the it is more reliable with the Linux and open source technology. AWS also integrated with the more other technologies. Compared to the AWS, Azure will have 600 plus services, like a machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, DevOps, so many technologies like this 600 plus services. Now Microsoft is having the 600 plus services, and they have integrated with the different tools, like a migration tools also they have integrated with the different tools. Okay, that's why we have to go with the Microsoft Azure. But companies nowadays are for every company, if you see every company, they are managing all the three vendors, not only one vendor. For Windows, majorly I will go with the Microsoft. For Linux, AWS, GCP, artificial intelligence. Like every company, I mean, every client is looking now all the three technologies. Who have the knowledge on all the three technologies, they are mostly preferring to take. Okay. Now Microsoft Azure services. Okay, these are the few services I have mentioned here, like around 600 plus services are there. Compute, storage, data management, messaging, develop, machine learning, like this total 600 plus services are available in Microsoft Azure. Day to day they are changing they means they are upgrading the services also. We need to follow those. And next, coming to the Microsoft Azure certification, there are a total three modules are there here. It's not a module, sorry, three modules: fundamental and associate and expert level. Okay, if you are in the beginner to learn this course, you have to take Azure 900 certification exam that comes under fundamental. And associate level, 104 exam is there for administration purpose. And Azure Architect, 300 exam is there for Azure Architect. If you want to write directly Architect exam also, you can write it. Okay, these are levels, fundamental and associate and expert levels are there. For every service they have a certification. For developers, machine learning or DevOps, for Azure DevOps also is there. Developer 200 or 204 is their edition. For every service it is a separate certification is there. For security also certification is there. Based on the requirement, we'll choose and we'll do the our certification here. Next, okay, the Microsoft Azure providing the services across the geographical locations. Okay, around it almost all cover across the globe. Okay, and geographically it's covered, like it geographically they have the multiple regions, like a ASEAN one region, Europe one region, America is one region, like that. They have a different regions. In the different regions they have the multiple data centers also. Okay, if you see in the India, they have a across three locations: Pune, Bombay and Chennai, I think so. Okay, these are the three locations the data centers are available. Okay, when we are taking the services, we need to choose our nearest data center, because of we'll get a good connectivity. If you are in India, if you take the US, if you select the services from the US, you will get some latency, because of it is a so much of distance from your office to the data center. So we have to select the our nearest data center. Okay, see, these are the regions. Okay, like US and different regions are there. Okay, regions will have the collection of the data centers. As I said, if you take the India as a one region, it is having the three locations having the data centers in India only. Uh, like a here we can get a suppose you can ask the question here, if I taking the services from the one data center, if that data center got happened something with that data center, so we have a another data center we can set as a recovery point that also. And we can get a if one data center fails also, we can get a services from the other data center also. That recovery option is also available. We can get a high availability or high Azure availability set is also there. We can availability zones also is there. We can run the services like that. And the regional region pairs means like a if you have a multiple offices across the globe, like US and India, if you want to connect if you want to sharing the data between the two offices, this regional pair will very useful for you, because of you will get a good connectivity between the two regions. Like if you see, some of the regions are paired here for a recovery point also region. If one region fails, you can get the another region. And some of the services are also automatically replicated if you have a regional peer, like a database services or application services. You can get a automatically replication also here. And next, availability zones is one of the very important. Like if you are running some services from the on premises. Okay. Example, I have an office in Hyderabad and Bombay. Okay, I'm running the services from Hyderabad only. If my Hyderabad data center goes down, I cannot use my services. So I can, what I will do, I will put in my backup services at Mumbai. Okay, so if Hyderabad data center goes down, I can use the services from the other data center, Mumbai data center. Like here in Azure also, availability zones are there. Okay, physically they have separated the locations. Like in India only, Pune, Bombay. If you Pune data center something is happened, we can get a resources from the Mumbai data center. Like these are availability zones, means the nearest available data centers within the region. Okay, and next, availability sets. Best example, availability sets means I will compare here also on premises. If you are running a one application, e-commerce application on one server, okay, in the on-prem server in the physical data center, if that server goes down, the entire application will goes down. So what we will do, we'll put a high availability between the two physical servers. Okay, means I'll create a secondary database at the secondary server, and I'll install the application also in secondary server. Both are running on the high availability. If one server goes down also, I can use the I can run my application from the second server. Like here also, availability sets means in within the data center only. Okay, within the data center we have a racks. Okay, in the racks we have a servers. In the servers, I can install the suppose rack 1 is there. Okay, I can install the database and application in rack 1. The same application and database I can install on the another rack 2 also. Because of, if rack 1 server goes down, I can use the rack 2 server. That is called as a availability sets. If during the hardware maintenance or something is happened at the servers level, we need to get a our services need to run 100%. So we opt for this solution, availability sets. This is available within the data center. And see here, here first, the topmost route is here geographically the services are available for the Microsoft Azure. Under geographically, the regions will come. Okay, under regions the data centers will come. Under data centers, availability zones are there. Under the data centers means in within one region I have a 3 data centers in different locations. That's why I call it as availability zones. Means 3 different data centers I have within the within the region. So I call it as a availability zones for all the 3 locations. Okay, under availability zones I have availability sets. Okay, in availability sets I can run my services with the high availability. This is one of the structure, okay, which is maintained by the Microsoft. And end of the day, if you are taking the services, the SLA is very important. Okay, the SLA, see the example here, SLA, if you are running a one server, example virtual server, if you are running any cloud computing technology, if that fails, entire your application or data will go. Okay, for that SLA, the Microsoft Azure is giving only the 99.99 with the premium storage. You'll not get a 19.999 because of here only the single VM is there, single server is running. If you go to the next, availability sets, Just now we had discussed about the availability sets, means they will run a services from the different rack servers or different physical servers. Here we can get a SLA 99.9995%. Next one is availability zones. Here we can get a SLA 99.99. Because of why we are getting a 99.99 means availability zones, means if one zone fails, I can get a services from the other zone, because of there Microsoft is running all the services from the different zones. And next, pairs means like a if you have a two regions, different regions, it will be going to happen peering between the two different regions also, regional peering, that is. This is the SLA. The structure will be providing the Microsoft like this. If you are running only one VM, one service, we can give 99.99 only. If you are running available with the two or three sites, okay, that is 99.95, and the availability zones 99.99. That's great. Okay, fine. Now I would like to take the Azure services. Fine. There are a you need to get a subscription. Okay, subscription means the license subscription, you have to get it. Okay, there are a total three types of the subscriptions are there. Okay, initially if you want to run the services for some time, you have a trial subscription is there. Okay, you can take the trial subscription for 1 year, you can consume the services, and next pay as you go, that is like a paid subscription. And next one is a sponsor subscription is there. Okay, this will comes under once you are trying to create the account, in the time it will give the subscriptions types. Okay, trial account initially for everyone, we can create it for 1 year, we can use the services. And sponsorship applications you will get from directly Microsoft. This will come this will provided by the Microsoft only for the respective uh, clients, not for all. Okay, and this is subscription means like it is agreement. Okay, it is agreement between the Microsoft and company, because of Microsoft is providing a services, as per the agreement you have to use the services. Okay, either here two types are there, as per the per license, either based on the usage of the services you can pay. Okay, like if you consume the services for 1 hour, you can pay for 1 hour only. And second model is there, per user per license model is there. That licensing will not come here in the Microsoft Azure. That if you see in the Microsoft Office 365 or Microsoft Dynamics, you will get there in the per user per license model. There it a licensing model. In cloud Microsoft Azure, you will get a how much of the resources you can consume for that time, you have to pay the licenses. See, Microsoft per user per licenses for the SaaS based products, it will applicable Office 365, EMS, Dynamics per euro per license. Here Microsoft platform IaaS plus means Azure, for entire Azure we will means the charges based on the cloud resource consumption, how much of the you can consume, that only we can get it. Like if I consume for 1 day, I can pay for 1 day only. See, if you see here, Office 365 subscription, Intune, Azure subscriptions, like there are different levels of the services subscriptions are there. Okay, next, after once you get a subscription, okay, once you get a subscription, you have to create a trial account. Okay, if you are using the trial account, you have to create the trial account. After creation of the trial account, okay, you need to understand about the roles. RBAC, Azure RBAC means role-based access control. Role-based access control means Like here if you are normally, if you are installing your operating system on system or server, by default you will get a one administrator account. You are the administrator in that account. Here also same, by default you will get a one global administrator account here also. Let's see that now. See, the generally owner means have the full accesses, and contributor means it is having the same, like how the owner will have, contributor will also have the same accesses. And next, reader also will have the only read only option, and user access administrator is also one of the administrator in access these services. And next, here we have to decide like a only virtual missions user means virtual missions creations, okay, related to the IAS, okay, that also we can provide access as virtual mission administration. And if someone will take care about the network, a network administrator only we can give, like someone storage, and based on the role, okay, based on the role we have to provide accesses. For developers we can provide the developer administrator access. He can manage, he can build applications like that. Based on the role we can assign the role accesses here. But as a administrator you have knowledge about all these roles, okay, RBAC roles, how on which role who can will be providing a support. That much knowledge is required. Once this is once you assign the roles, okay, here the next services, like a, if you are doing the administrator role, a cloud expert role, you have a knowledge, you must and should, you have to, you have some knowledge about compute. The IaaS infrastructure will come into the compute. And next, networking means virtual networks, you require the knowledge on the virtual network service also. And next, storage and the security and the migration, okay, these are all the services must and should you have a knowledge, okay, then only you can become as a Azure associate administrator, or you can take the exam for expert level, okay. In the coming next classes, we'll all discuss about the compute, storage, virtual networks, okay, and security, migration part. We'll discuss about all these services.